The one who's been asking for a sign, the one who's been feeling something rising inside your chest, like a quiet knowing that you can't explain. The one who's been waking up with heaviness and hope all at once. You're not here by mistake. You're here because your higher self has been trying to reach you. And today you finally slowed down long enough to listen. So sit with me, let your soul settle, and let your shoulders drop, and let your mind unclench from trying to understand everything. I'm going to speak to the part of you that's been waiting, and the part of you that's been afraid, and the part of you that knows something is coming but hasn't felt safe enough to trust. This message is your moment, your awakening, right here, right now, and with me. The first thing I feel from you is this. You have been carrying so much silence. It's like you've been smiling on the outside, but not negotiating with your spirit on the inside, trying to convince yourself that you're okay, trying to convince yourself that you're strong, trying to convince yourself that things didn't break you somehow. It made you better. But your soul knows the truth. You've outgrown the version of yourself you were forced to be. Not because you wanted to rise, but because you had no other choice but to evolve. And there's a difference. You didn't choose the path. And that's why you're here. There is something calling you forward, something bigger and something softer, something more aligned with who you actually are behind all the fear, all the survival mode, all the inner storms you've weathered alone. I feel you, I really do. You're not lost, you're not late, and you're not behind. You're just shedding, releasing, and stepping out of every identity that was built on trauma, pressure, expectation, and proving. And now there's space, and that space feels uncomfortable because you've never lived unburdened before. But stay with me because this discomfort, that is your calling. There's been a whisper inside you lately, a tug, a pull, a sensation that something is changing, even if you can't see it yet. You've been catching glimpses, little moments where time slows down, or you feel a clarity that comes out of nowhere, or you sense that God is aligning something behind the scenes. You're not imagining that. Your intuition has been widening and your spirit has been stretching. Your energy has been preparing you for the new reality that your mind hasn't fully caught up to. You're rising, not loudly, not dramatically, but in a way that the world can see, that the world can't see yet. You're rising in the invisible places, in the quiet choices, in the gentle shifts, in the moments you choose peace over chaos, in the nights you don't go back to the old patterns, in the mornings you wake up in the smallest flicker of hope you didn't have before. That's evolution, that's transformation, and that's God teaching you. You haven't been falling apart. You have been rearranging, rebuilding, realigning, rewriting what you believe. This is why everything feels different. This is why your emotions feel louder. This is why your tolerance for certain energies have dropped to zero. This is why you're sensitive. Your sensitivity is rising, and this is why you've been craving something deeper, and your spirit is telling you it's time. And here's the part you need to hear. You're not being pushed. You're being summoned because your purpose isn't a job or a title or a role. It's a frequency, and you're stepping into a new one. That's why you have been feeling like every version of yourself is shifting under your feet. That's why the things that used to comfort you don't fit anymore. That's why you feel different around people you used to be safe with. That's why you can't pretend, and that's why you can't stay small. That's why you can't ignore your intuition anymore. You're being called to become someone you've had a glimpse of in your dreams, but never believed you were allowed to be. And I know it feels overwhelming, and I know it feels like it's too much, and I know your mind is struggling to keep it up with the expansion happening inside of you. But listen to me. What feels like fear is actually recognition. Your soul remembers where it's going, even if your body is shaking on the way there. You ask for confirmation, a sign, a message, a nudge, a whisper, and here it is. You're not crazy, you're not wrong, and you're not making this up. The person who entered your life recently and made you feel seen in a way you haven't felt in years, they were sent. The restlessness you think about your future, that's divine timing activating. The sudden urge to clean your space, shift your routine, or protect your peace, that's spiritual preparation. That heaviness you feel around certain people, that's discernment. That softness that's been growing in your chest, that's alignment. You aren't imagining the shift. That is your sign. That is your confirmation. And that is your reminder. Your purpose has already begun. There's a part of you that still doesn't feel worthy of where you're going. And a part of you that's scared of being seen. And a part of you that's scared of failure. A part of you that's scared of success. And a part of you that's scared of losing people. And a part of you that's scared of becoming who you really are. So let me talk to that part. You don't need to be perfect to be chosen. You don't need to be healed to be called. And you don't need to have it figured out to step into alignment. You don't need to be understood in the beginning to start the beginning. Your shadows aren't blocking your purpose. They're shaping it. The wounds you're ashamed of are becoming your wisdom. The pain you thought broke you is becoming your path. The confusion you hated is becoming your clarity. Every version of you was necessary. Every chapter molded you. Every lesson refined you. And every heartbreak cracked you open just enough to hear God louder. You're not behind. You're not delayed. You're on a divinely timed schedule. And the reason you feel something coming is because something is coming. Your spirit always knows before your life catches up. You're about to step into a new season where everything aligns so effortlessly that you'll look back and finally understand why nothing worked before. You're not being punished. You're being positioned. Your future is pulling you, and that's why you feel the tension. That's why you feel the urgency. That's why you feel the pressure. Pressure doesn't mean stop. Pressure means birth. You are stepping into a reality where your intuition will lead, your peace will protect you, and your purpose will guide you, and your heart will soften. Your voice will strengthen, and your life will align. You don't need to chase anything. What's meant for you is already on the way. And I want you to hear this without your fear interrupting. You are worthy of what's coming. You are capable of holding blessings. You are allowed to be happy again. You are allowed to feel light again. You are allowed to start over, and you're allowed to be chosen. You're allowed to expand, and you're allowed to rise. You weren't created to suffer. You were created to, and you weren't created to shrink. You were created to have a light for people who never learned to hold their own. And you were created to become. You are becoming right now as you're listening, and you don't need permission. You don't need validation, and you don't need approval. You just need your spirit, your alignment, your willingness to step forward. And I can feel your energy shifting right now. Your breathing is slowing. Your chest is softening. Your mind is opening. You're realizing this message isn't random. It's not generic. It's not for everybody. It's for you. You felt it the moment I started speaking. The familiar ache in your heart, the quiet pressure behind your eyes, the emotion you didn't expect to feel. Your higher self brought you here. Your future self guided you here, and your spirit answers something you've been ignoring. You're awakening, and you're remembering, and you're returning to who you were always meant to be. This is your life shifting timelines in real time, because before you didn't feel this. You didn't feel this shift, but now you do. And before I close, I'm going to say something that will land differently now than it would have earlier. You're ready, even if you don't feel ready, even if you're scared, even if you don't know what the next step is, even if you still doubt yourself, your spirit is ready, and that's what matters. You're stepping into a season of divine alignment, where the right people and the right opportunities, the right love, the right healing, the right purpose will meet you where you stand. You're not chasing anymore. You're attracting, you're aligning, and you're receiving. Your calling isn't ahead of you. It's inside of you. And today it just woke you. You're rising quietly, powerfully, softly, and divinely. And everything is about to change. And I am so, so proud of you. So proud of you.